Once upon a time, we see a young boy, Arun, sitting on a grassy hilltop overlooking a small, humble village nestled between towering mountains. The moon casts a faint glow, and the stars twinkle brightly in the sky. Arun gazes upward, lost in thought.
The stars always seemed so far away. Each night, I'd sit here, wondering, dreaming. I thought if I could just touch them, maybe, just maybe, I could find my way out of this place.
Arun's mother calls from a distance.
Arun, it's late, come home.
Coming, Ma.
Arun stands up slowly, giving the stars one last look before walking back down the hill.
But how could a boy like me, from a family with nothing, ever touch the stars?
Arun walks through the narrow village streets. The villagers are busy with their everyday chores. Arun's clothes are simple, and his eyes constantly wander to the mountains.
There goes Arun, always dreaming. Poor kid, he'll never get out of here.
You can't blame him. He's got no future here.
The whispers followed me wherever I went. In their eyes, I was just another boy with dreams too big for my own good.
Arun walks past a group of kids playing, but he doesn't join. Instead, he heads back to the hill. Arun sits under the stars again, his face illuminated by the moonlight. This time, an old traveler approaches. The traveler carries a weathered bag and walks with a slight limp. He notices Arun staring into the sky.
You've been looking up there for quite some time, haven't you?
Arun, startled, looks at the traveler.
I just like the stars. They make me feel like there's something bigger out there.
There is. Much bigger than you can imagine. But what are you going to do about it?
Arun looks down, a mix of frustration and sadness in his eyes.
I want to explore the world, see what's beyond these mountains, but I'm poor. I don't have the means to leave. No one from here ever has.
The traveler smiles, sitting down beside Arun.
You think the stars are far away, don't you? But they're not unreachable. Every journey, even one to the stars, starts with a single step.
Arun looks at him, puzzled but intrigued.
A single step?
Yes. A single step. What you lack in wealth, you can make up for in determination. It's not where you start, it's how far you're willing to go.
His words hung in the air. I had never thought about it that way. Maybe I could do something, anything.
The traveler gets up, nodding to Arun before walking off into the night. Arun remains, staring at the stars, now with renewed purpose in his eyes. Arun begins working odd jobs in the village, helping with farming, fixing roofs, carrying goods. We see a montage of Arun working tirelessly, saving every coin he earns. The villagers watch him, some scoffing, others with mild curiosity.
What's that boy up to now? Always working. Always dreaming.
He thinks he's going to change his fate.
Foolish.
Arun overhears but doesn't stop working. Sweat on his brow, but determination in his heart.
It wasn't easy. They didn't believe in me. But I didn't need them to. I just needed to believe in myself.
Arun, now a young man, stands at the entrance of a bustling city. His clothes are worn, but his eyes are filled with awe and wonder. He walks through the city streets, taking in the towering buildings and busy crowds. His steps are filled with purpose.
It took years, but I finally made it. With the money I saved, I enrolled in school. I studied harder than anyone, knowing that this was my single step toward reaching the stars.
We see Arun studying late into the night, working part-time jobs, and attending classes. He faces many challenges, failing exams, struggling with loneliness, but he never gives up. Every time he falters, he remembers the traveler's words.
It's not where you start, it's how far you're willing to go.
Arun, now a successful engineer, returns to the village. He's dressed well, but there's a humility about him. The villagers gather around as he stands on the same hilltop where he once dreamed of the stars.
Is that Arun? He's done it.
I can't believe it. He really made something of himself.
Arun looks out at the crowd, smiling. The stars twinkle overhead, just like they did when he was a boy.
When I was younger, I thought the stars were too far away for someone like me to ever reach them. But I learned something important. No dream is too big if you take the first step, and never stop moving forward. And just like that, I had reached the stars.
Arun sits once more under the stars, but this time with a peaceful smile. He gazes upward, knowing now that anything is possible.
I still come here, looking at the stars. But now, I know, they're not out of reach. They never were.
Your journey to the stars begins with a single step. Never stop moving forward.